was recently trying to clean out the bathroom that is in my garage, and well, if you've ever worked in a garage, these can get quite nasty and grimy with all the grease and stuff you wash off your hands. And this got me thinking, is there some kind of a scrub brush, electric version that can go in and help clean this stuff up much faster? And with a little searching, you can find these little scrub brushes that fit inside a drill. And I found these that come in kind of a circular, kind of round shape, and a little smaller versions. The only downside to these is, well, they don't always fit in the little crevices that you find in a bathroom. Also, when you're using these, say like in a corner, they only go in one direction. In that circular fashion, they don't really go back and forth that you really need to scrub stuff out. Therefore, getting some of that grit and grime out could be a little difficult. And on top of that, these hard, rigid bristles are probably not that great to use for cleaning in the bathroom. A lot of your joints and seals in your bathroom have silicone around them, thus to keep things from leaking. These hard, rigid bristles might actually damage those seals and make stuff leak. You don't want that to happen. You'd probably prefer to use something a little more soft like a toothbrush, because these bristles are a lot softer and less likely to do damage. But the downside of using a toothbrush is just your small surface area. To get in there and to go around all the different curves and crevices can take a long time and probably give your hand a cramp. So would it be possible to take a toothbrush and combine it with, let's say, a power tool and have the ultimate cleaning tool? Let's give this a shot. Now my first thought is maybe an oscillating multi-tool. If you've never used one of these, the blade on it kind of moves back and forth in a partial circular motion, but really fast, cutting through whatever it needs to cut through. So if we could somehow attach a toothbrush to this tool, it could go back and forth really fast and hopefully do a really good job at cleaning. The only downside is there's no easy way to attach this to the tool. And I did a quick little search online and I can't find any kind of attachments that look like a scrub brush that fit on this tool. So let's see if we can make one. Now my first thought process is to just attach the toothbrush directly to one of the blades that is currently on the tool. And the easiest way to do that would probably be some zip ties. Now I don't know if that'll hold, but let's give it a shot. Now let's put these on there really tight. And then we'll trim off these tabs so they don't get in the way. Now with it attached, let's give this a shot. Can you see that? It's moving back and forth really fast, and I don't see it moving very well. Oh, I might see a problem. Let me show you. Right where the zip ties are holding the toothbrush, they're starting to dig in. This is plastic here, and this is kind of like a rubbery piece. In either case, they're starting to dig in, so I don't know how long this will actually last. But since I already have the concept put together, let's take this to the bathroom and at least give it a shot. I don't know if it'll work, but let's give it a try. And now for the moment of truth. I already see a problem. Wow, that is really dug into that too. Well, first off, this brush, whenever it was coming in contact with the surface, it was pretty much staying stationary. I believe the blade or the brush was moving back here on the blade a lot, thus justifying why it's dug into it so bad here. So I'm gonna have to figure out another way to attach this brush so it actually, ooh yeah, you can see it moving. I'm barely touching it and it's moving back and forth. So it's not doing the job. I need a better way to attach it either to this blade or to something else so it doesn't move around. So I was looking through my blade collection and I found this really skinny one I think might work. If you look here, it might be hard to tell, but it is much skinnier than the original blade and it is just a hint smaller than the actual toothbrush. So let's give this one a shot. I now have the toothbrush attached to this blade and I've offset it a little bit from the original places so we can tell if it digs in any just like the original did. All right, here's test number 2. Well, the zip ties came off. Oh, I see a problem here. This is tapered. Therefore, I need a better way to actually hold the toothbrush in place. So I've made a couple of grooves on each side to hopefully help hold the zip ties in place. Sorry if you can hear that, that's rain hitting my building. But anyway, this right here should hopefully keep that nice and sturdy. All right, let's get ready for test number 3. Oh, and I had a feeling that might happen. Whenever you attach metal to plastic, the weakest point is always going to be the plastic. So I knew there was a chance of these breaking, but I was hoping it wouldn't. So I need a different way to actually attach the toothbrush to the blade so it doesn't break. I thought about adding one of these little metal clamps to the tool to see if I could hold the toothbrush in place, but it adds a lot of weight to it and have a feeling the back and forth motion might prematurely wear out the oscillating tool, so I'm not going to use that. So I think my next option will be some 5-minute epoxy. And just a heads up, if you use this stuff, just a reminder, it says 5 minutes, and that's just the initial set. for this stuff to be fully cured and work really well, you got to give it about 24 hours. So I ended up cutting down 3 toothbrushes and epoxy them to these blades. Now, of course, I tried to glue them right to the end of these blades, so it's less likely for the actual metal to hit anything. But I have one going side to side, and I put 2 on here to kind of give a little more scrubbing surface. Let's see how these work. In the process of putting this together, I thought of one more idea. This right here is an attachment with a hook and loop system on it, and it's meant for sanding stuff with your oscillating tool. But instead of sanding, can we attach a toothbrush to some of that sandpaper and see if that'll work? Also, I did not use epoxy for this setup. I actually used some hot glue because I'm thinking the bristles, they should not get hot enough to transfer that heat into the glue, so hopefully it'll stay in place. We're gonna try the horizontal one first, so let's give that a shot. It is definitely moving back and forth. I'll show you this way. And since it is rigidly mounted to the blade, I think that might be a really good scrubber. Now let's give the double one a shot. I think it's working out well too, with one exception. I'm nervous that the blade is sticking out too far and I might damage whatever I'm trying to clean. Now let's give this third option a try. Whoop. Well, if you look at there, the hook and loop is definitely not holding on, and the hot glue is coming loose as well. Okay, so this is not a great idea. Let's stick with the other 2, and we'll try some cleaning with them. Now, if we look at the base of this faucet, you can see it looks like possibly some lime and some soap residue and just grit and grime. This is a garage, basement, bathroom, so we're going to see how well it's going to clean this off. For this first test, I'm just going to try using some dishwasher soap. Now let's wipe off the soap residue and see how it looks. Oh yeah, that's coming out nicely. After just one quick pass, wow, that's starting to come out nice. You can actually see right here where it says Delta. You couldn't hardly read that before. If I scrub this a little bit more, that should be almost pristine. So far, so good. Looking at this just a little bit closer, I think this is actually grout right around the base of this faucet. It's not actually dirt and grime. The rest of it up here got cleaned off, but the grout got left, which is what I wanted. It didn't hurt the grout, but it got rid of all this residue, so awesome. Now, I want to see how well this little double will do inside the sink. So I'm going to remove some of these little soap holders here. It's kind of grimy and nasty back there, so let's get this cleaned up too. I'm going to add a little soap by hand. I think it'll just be easier to put on. And I'm just going to use a wet rag to wipe this off. I'm not sure how easy you can see this, but over here it is shiny, and you can see how dull and gritty and grimy it is where I haven't scrubbed yet. So this worked out really nice. I want to try out one more spot right down here on the bottom. You can see it is quite nasty. After about 2 or 3 seconds of scrubbing, let's rinse this off. Look at there, that's pretty. This concept is working great in the sink. Now I do wonder, in other places in other bathrooms, you'll find where it's been sealed with silicone. Will this irritate the silicone, or will this work with it? I don't know, let's go give it a try. This is an old bathroom, so I'm sorry if the audio is not great, but this is an insert going into the wall. This is silicone that was sealing it, and you can tell it's built up like mildew and other grimy stuff. We're gonna try and clean that off. And here is the after. It's not perfect, but that is a vast improvement over what it used to look like. Overall, I believe these turned out into being a great success. Now, of course, this is not going to be perfect. It's a little home invention, but it's a great idea if you want to make some yourself. Now, maybe you're thinking, wait, these blades can be very expensive. Actually, jump on Amazon. You can find a pack of these, relatively inexpensive, and get just a large quantity of them, and you can play and mess around with them and don't have to worry about anything costing a lot. Also, maybe you're thinking, hey, you messed up a bunch of toothbrushes. Those could be expensive. Not really. You can buy a 4-pack of these at some of your local stores for a couple $. So just keep that in mind. Overall, go out and give these a shot. And if you have any other ideas, actually, if you have any improvements for these, please put those in the comments. I'd love to hear about them. Also, you'll be helping other people. Otherwise, get out in your shop and go invent something.